Good evening, everybody. My name is Andre Parham. I'm currently the commander of the 15th District. I thank you guys for all coming out here tonight. Tonight, I want to report on a tragedy that we had in our district. This evening, at 5150 West Harrison, a young student at Michelle Clark was the victim of a shooting, and they subsequently lost their life. It's a tragedy. I've been on this job 26 years. It doesn't get any easier. You hate to see anything happen to the children in our community. Like I said, it's mind-numbing. You're tired of seeing things like this, but we're working together with our community, with our business partners, with our faith-based community, with our outreach, and we're going to make sure that this case is solved and that justice is brought to this family. So right now I'm going to introduce J.D. Chow.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jadine Chow. I'm the Chief of Safety and Security for Chicago Public Schools. Our deepest condolences to Kevin's family and the school community. As Commander just said, it's not easy. It's something that we hope we never have to deal with, but we are here. And our goal tomorrow is to make sure that we have the necessary supports to support all of our students and staff and families at the school. So starting tomorrow, we will have crisis support at the school for grief counseling to also work with the school-based teams and their counselors. In addition, we will work with our community-based partners. So for example, Build Chicago, Anchor Chicago, and Youth Advocate Program will also be at the building to support the staff and the school leadership. Lastly, we will also make sure we have extra supports from a safety standpoint. So we will have additional supports through our Safe Passage program, as well as our partners in the 15th District, who we are so grateful for. So with that, I think I'm going to turn it back to Commander.
I just want to reiterate that if anybody in the community has seen anything in relation to this, if anybody has any information, big, small, anything at all, please contact the Chicago Police Department, and let us know what you know, or what any information that you may have in relation to this incident. And like I said earlier, we're all standing here. We all have our hearts broken by what happened. It's a terrible tragedy. Michelle Clark is one of our shining schools in the city of Chicago. My heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to Principal Anderson. And like I said earlier, I want you to know that we're all going to work together, as a unit to bring justice to this family. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, Commander, I couldn't hear the top. Can you be clear, were other students present when this incident took place, or did we have any other students that were potentially hurt when this gunfight erupted? What were the circumstances that you know at this point, and how many students potentially witnessed and or were hurt? What is that?
At this time, we don't know of any other students that were present when this happened. Like I said, the investigation is just getting started. We're in the preliminary phases. So as we get updates, we'll make sure we let you guys know.
Was this a drive-by shooting or someone on the street?
Like I said, it's still preliminary. We're still putting everything together. So we want to be clear before we send out any message to you guys.
JD, can I ask you a question about just safety at that school? Have you had previous issues, anything that had come to your attention and just more reaction from today? Obviously, this happened when students ostensibly would have been standing right outside the school let out not that long ago from the moment this happened. Can you talk about that?
The incident happened after dismissal, first of all. The other thing I'll say, as Commander said, Michelle Clark is one of our shining stars. This school here in the West Side in Austin is one of the schools that we really look to set the example for the district. It's not something that we see. These situations would be very extraordinary.
Sorry, it was actually for Jadine. Jadine, I was just looking back through some of our other reports, and there was a shooting right next to the school in August. I don't know if students were involved, but was security upped or changed in any way following that shooting?
So the incident that you're referring to earlier in the year was also outside of the school building. Actually, not immediately right in front. As with all situations, whenever there is a incident like this, we increase the safety and security supports. Work with our partners at the Chicago Police Department. We do assessments ongoing, as needed. As I stated a minute ago, the school does very well. It's a safe school. Principal Anderson is all about making sure his children are safe at the school, and you know, again, this is very unusual for us.
Just to clarify, when you said you increase supports, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean extra security or more cameras or what?
So immediately after an incident like this, we will work with the school to assess security needs. All schools have security. In the immediate time right after an incident like this, we may and will tomorrow add extra security from our citywide team. In addition, we'll have crisis team members at the school to support the school-based team for counseling grief supports.
My last question is, can you tell me what grade the student was in? 15 is probably what, 9th or 10th grade?
I'm sorry?
What grade was the student?
We're not disclosing for privacy reasons that information at this time.
Thank you.
One last question for the commander.
Commander, could you just walk us through what the next steps are in this investigation? I know that you're working with Chicago Public Schools. Is it pulling surveillance video? Are you actively talking with witnesses? Can you walk us through the next steps from here on out?
I can promise you this, there will be no stone left unturned in this investigation. Understand, if you harm one of our children in this city, you know, we are going to find you and we are going to prosecute you. So right now, we're conducting our preliminary investigation. Basically, we're looking at the scene, we're recovering evidence, we're making sure that all video is being recovered. The detective division, they come out and they start their follow-up investigation. They're currently on scene. And so we're combing through everything. We're going through any type of video, any type of statements that we got. We're looking for witnesses. And like I said earlier, if you live in the area, if you know anything about this, I implore you. You know, I am a parent. Many of you here are parents. Please come forward. I mean, something like this happening in this city, in any city, you know, to a child going to a school is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. It is heartbreaking. It is terrible. It is hard on the community. It is hard on this child's family, obviously. It's hard on law enforcement working something like this. There's a lot of emotion. And, you know, like I said, we're going to make sure that we do everything that we possibly can to bring this family justice.
Just one follow-up, Commander. Are you aware at this point if there is video that had captured this that might lead to a possible suspect or person of interest at this point?
It's still preliminary. We're still just getting started, but
Final question here.
I know you looked at the video, but at this point, does this appear to be one, we're talking about a 15-year-old, an innocent child caught in crossfire? Or was this a targeted crime where someone was trying to personally harm this person or take something from his belonging? What do you know at this moment? As parents who attend the school are left wondering, was it innocent crossfire or a targeted event?
okay, like right now, like I said before, we are still in the process of our preliminary investigation, so I don't want to jump ahead with anything. I want to make sure we go step by step and don't miss anything. So it's hard to really answer that question right now, but I promise you, you know, us working in partnership, we're going to make sure that you know what we know that we can put out to you guys, and we're going to make sure that information is just put all through the community, because we want everyone to know what's going on with this. We want everyone to feel safe with your children going to Chicago Public Schools, and we want to, like I said, work this as professionally and as studious as humanly possible.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.